All right, we all have one weakness. I've always had good luck sharpening my chisels, but whenever it comes to sharpening knives or anything with a double bevel, I've had a lot of trouble. I was inspired by a Wranglerstar video that I saw where he used a really nice knife sharpening system. I found a less expensive knife sharpening system, and I've been able to use it on my chip carving knives, and I've had great results. But in the course of using it, it occurred to me that I bet I could use it to sharpen my carving gouges. I tried it, it works awesome, and I want to share that tip with you. All right, so what I have here is a little more than the standard. I have a couple of add-ons. So basically, when you pick up the sharpening system, you'll get this clamping mechanism. It'll come in this case, and you'll get these stones. You can pay extra to get the serrated, and I added on. I also picked up a strop, which is really helpful, and this base is sold separately. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can find all this stuff. If you're going to be doing knives, the base is really, really helpful. If you're going to do my little tip on the gouges, you don't really need the base. So based on what you're going to do, you can decide if you need the base. So essentially you clamp the knife in, and I've already honed this, so I'm just going to go straight to the fine, but you'd start normally with the coarse and work your way up to the ultra fine. You clamp on this little rod, and it goes into the angle preset. And when you start off with the coarse, you can do sort of a scraping action like this to really cut quickly, but as you work to the finer cuts, I like to work along the length of the blade. And so you'll count your strokes. I usually do about 20 strokes on one side, and then this is where it gets cool. You just flip it over and go into the same angle slot, and you've kept the exact same angle on both sides. When you're using the stones, you can go back and forth if you'd like. I like to finish off with the strop. Remember, that was an extra add-on. You also need to pick up some polishing compound. I'll leave a link below for that. So you'll charge up the strop, and then when you do the strop, you only go in one direction. And get the oil off it before you move on to the strop. All right, so back in the same one, and just in one direction. And flip it to the other side. All right. And so that's how it's meant to work for knives, and it works great. Let me show you my little trick for using it for your carving gouges. So to dismount it, we just loosen the back knob. Be careful taking them out. I've cut myself a couple times that way. And so instead of having the two halves, we're going to remove it and only use one half. I'll rest it right on the back of the gouge, and I put it right up against the bottom of the handle, so I'm always at the same point. And the little bit of a trick is you want to get it so you're right on the center. I'm going to use the C-clamp to clamp it down, and when you clamp it, you don't want it to roll to one side or the other. That looks pretty even right there. And so now I'll need my vise. Move the base out of the way. And I'm just going to put it upright in the vise. And I was finding that the 30 degree worked great on this. Just place it in. And here we go. This makes it really easy to keep the same bevel on the carving gouge. So you'll start off with coarse, work your way through the grits. You can even use the strop if you'd like. Again, get the oil off before you strop it. And you can see you can get a really nice, moving in the vise, sorry about that. A nice, sharp carving tool. A lot of people get really frustrated sharpening these gouges. This system makes it very easy with minimal frustration. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you next time.